Entertainment. Hit the like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member. Also hit them notifications to get all of my content, all of my videos. Salute to the whole entire Lions Den basketball and boxing communities, and salute to all of my subs that's been rocking with me, my day ones as well as my new subs too as well. I also want to give a special shout out to the brother Too Raw for TV. If you're not subbed to Too Raw for TV, definitely go sub to his channel. He has multiple channels on YouTube. Top ranked, in my opinion, historian on YouTube in terms of basketball, sports, political knowledge, everything else, you name it. Got a broad history when it comes to that sort of thing. Uh, Definitely go sub to his channel. Now, he inspired me to talk about this because I did see that I did see that interview with Dennis Rodman. Y'all know that I have both Dennis Rodman and Larry Bird, the great Larry Bird, in my starting five. And please do not come on this motherfucking channel saying that, oh, well, Larry Bird is white. What's wrong with you and all this other stuff? Look, it ain't got nothing to do with that. Larry was a bad boy, okay? And Dennis Rodman, yes, he was indeed capping. What's up with you, Ted? Yeah, he absolutely would, you know. Now, and that brings me to, talk about that right now. Now, everybody want Dennis Rodman has said that Larry Bird would not um, be able to play in today's game, or would not be able to keep up in today's game. He not only would be able to keep up into today's game, especially it being way softer than what it was, especially in the '80s and then somewhat in the '70s when he was coming up playing in the college rank. He would have a field day with the spacing and how the lane and the middle is just wide open. Um, a Larry Bird that had that much space, a Larry Bird that had that much uh, freedom of movement in today's game in comparison to back then, Larry Bird would absolutely destroy everybody. If you think Jokic is killing right now, and Jokic is what they say about Jokic is slow, he's unathletic, he doesn't move that fast, uh, he doesn't he doesn't have a pretty game. His game is boring. Well, Jokic, and I'm not comparing Jokic to Larry Bird, but Larry Bird was similar in the sense of Larry Bird could handle the rock. Jokic tends to handle the rock. Larry Bird, they said he was slow. Larry Bird did not get up off of didn't get off the floor. Yeah, they think Luka. Yeah, and they think that what's it called? They said that Larry Bird, um, he wasn't high flying and doing all this other stuff, but Larry Bird could pass the ball. He could distribute. Don't be surprised. I mean, you're talking about all these triple doubles and stuff like that everybody have. What do you think Larry Bird was doing back then? Larry Bird was always good for 20 points. Larry Bird was always good for 10 rebounds. Larry Bird was always good for sometimes 9, 10 assists. Larry Bird was often good, even although he wasn't an elite defender, he was a good help fender, as I must say again. Larry Bird was always good and very deadly at the end of the game. And see, a lot of you don't understand that. Everybody thinks like I just got Larry Bird just primarily just for 3-point shooting. No, because Larry Bird could kill you in the mid range. Larry Bird could come inside and he'll finish on you. Larry Bird can use post move. Don't forget another thing that I like what Tura had touched on. He didn't touch on it in this video, but he touched on it in a prior video. I forget which video it was, but he talked about how Larry Bird initially was he was playing the power forward. He could play the power forward and the small forward, but I have Larry Bird at my small forward. Okay, I got Dennis Rodman at the power forward. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that Larry Bird excelled better at the small forward position because of his versatility or whatever. And the thing that he lacked, not too much, but it was a determining factor in a lot of small forward position was that defensive player. You got to think back in the days, a lot of small forwards were known to have played defense. Michael Cooper, he played defense. Scottie Pippen, he played defense. Even though Michael Cooper, he could play either one, the shooting or the small forward position. But usually you had elite defenders at that small forward position. Even when you talk about sometimes, Clay, I know he plays shooting, but sometimes he'll play the small forward position. We were talking about Paul George the other day, two-way player, stuff like that. Kawhi Leonard played the plays the small forward position. Great elite defender, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But Larry Bird was a good team defender, good help defender. He wasn't a guy that was gonna lock you down. But in terms of offense, he would have his merry little way today. If you can't leave him open. I mean, you're talking about leaving Larry Bird open, a guy who could just walk in with on a 3-point contest and win it with his jacket on. Yes, he was a dynamic passer. Everybody talks about how great of a passer Magic was, how great of a passer Isaiah was, and stuff like that. Don't forget, Larry Bird had no look passes that were dynamic. He wasn't even playing a point guard position. You know what I'm saying? So, hell yes, Larry Bird would absolutely annihilate today. Dennis Rodman is capping. Both of y'all would annihilate today. You know what I'm saying? I do think that, of course, there was a heated rivalry between the Pistons and the Celtics. People forget that just as much as the rivalry that the Bulls had with the Detroit Pistons, the Isaiah Thomas and them, man, they had to get over the hump of Boston and them. Don't forget, they used to go at it. You know what I'm saying? They were just as big as rivals as the Lakers was to either one of them. It was like a triangle between them. Really damn near a diamond. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about a diamond, we talk about the Boston Celtics. You talk about the Detroit Pistons. You talk about the Chicago Bulls. And, of course, you talk about them damn Lakers. None of them liked each other. And especially when you talk about, when you bring Philly in the midst, and you bring Milwaukee in the midst, you bring in that tough Eastern Conference in the midst and stuff like that, it was really physical. Man, they did not like each other. They hated each other. They couldn't stand each other. Then on top of that, yes, Bird scored 60 in a tough era. Man, don't forget, man, him and everybody talk about Michael Jordan and Dominique going against each other. Don't forget the epic scoring battle between Dominique Wilkins and Larry Bird. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, I got Larry Bird as my starting small forward. It's not going to change. I know some people go crazy. Oh, my God, you think Larry Bird is better than LeBron James? Yes. He would torch LeBron James. He would absolutely destroy LeBron James. And then on top of that, don't get me started on the mental aspect of it either. You know what I'm saying? This guy, man, would talk you out of your game. Larry would tell you what he was going to do, and then he would go do it. Man, he would make you so pissed off and everything, man. You'd be like, man, I can't believe this white boy got the audacity to say something to me like that. And guess what? He would go out there and kill it. You know what I'm saying? Man, you could give everybody want to talk about the clutch factor. Man, he could you can't leave him alone in the 3-point. You can't leave him alone in the mid-range. He'll make as they quote unquote say today about LeBron and all that other stuff, the right basketball play. Larry Bird would do that too. You say he won 3 straight MVPs. Absolutely, he did. You know what I'm saying? In the 80s era. That's one of the things that I brought up in my Larry Bird video when everybody was like, oh, man, I'm taking LeBron. If you watch Larry Bird back in the day, you wouldn't be saying that. And I'm talking about a young Larry Bird. Some of y'all look at Larry Bird, y'all probably looked at him as the dream team, and that was your whole assessment of Larry Bird. No, you need to go back and go do some film. No, you need to go back and look at Larry Bird when he came out of Indiana State. No, you need to look at Larry Bird when he first got to the Boston Celtics, and they were rebuilding and everything like that, and he was able to bring them back. That's the Larry Bird that you need to look at. You looking at Larry Bird, man, you know what I'm saying? His later year with the back problems and all that. Even with that, he was still able to average 20 on you. You know what I'm saying? On a bad back. Everybody else be crying, man. Oh, man, I got this going on, got that going on, all this other stuff. And they making damn excuses and stuff. Nah, I'm taking Larry all day, whether you like it or not. I know it's gonna hurt some people feeling. I know some people gonna get mad. They gonna be like, "Oh man, you could have got, you could have got Scottie Pippen. You could have got LeBron James. You could have got Grant Hill. All this other stuff." Yeah, 28-6. You know what I'm saying? On a bad back. You know what I'm saying? On a broken down. Pretty much all his whole body was broken down because just like Kobe Bryant, his body betrayed him because of what he put his body through. You got to realize, man, you're talking about a guy that was willing to dive on the floor. You're talking about a guy that was willing, that was getting fouled and played in a tough era, that was constantly running in the bleachers. You thought everybody talks about, Kurt Rambis being able to hustle, Dennis Rodman being able to hustle, Dave Cowens being a hustle. Man, Larry Bird used to dive on the floor. Listen, back in those days, man, we had a rule, okay? We had a rule. And Ted, you probably know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all probably know what I'm talking about. We had a rule. We had a rule in basketball, no matter what, right? Well, guess what? That pertained to if there's a loose ball, everybody had to dive on the floor. If you were close to that bitch, everybody did. And if you didn't dive on the floor, your ass was sitting on the bench, and you better be hoping that you didn't get cut. Because when you dive on the floor, but nobody wants to dive on the floor. Nobody wants to sacrifice, their body for the ball. And then also another thing that you had to do too is you had to be willing to take the charge. It didn't matter if you were point guard. It didn't matter if you were small forward. It didn't matter if you shoot guard. It didn't matter if you were center. It didn't matter if you were power forward. You know what I'm saying? You had to take the charge. You had to block out a rebound, and you had to dive on the floor for the ball. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about it. Sometimes we would have coaches that were, assistant coaches. They'd probably be like, the next they'd probably be like the third coach that would be on the bench or whatever. He'd probably be a football coach. I remember one time we had a coach at my school when he happened to do football and he happened to do basketball. And his favorite thing was like, man, get on the floor. That means, man, your ass better be diving on the floor. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. And that's what they used to do. Larry Bird, it didn't matter. He was going to dive on the floor. Michael Jordan didn't matter. He was going to dive on the floor. Kobe Bryant didn't matter. He was going to dive on the floor. Everybody else was like, oh, I'm too pretty. I look too good. I don't want to mess up. I don't want to break my nail. I don't want to break my finger. I don't want to mess up my hair. Man, fuck all that shit. Get the fuck away from me. That's why y'all don't win no championship. That's why y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all so focused on, looking all good for IG and all this other stuff. No, man, get your ass on the floor. You know what I'm saying? You're afraid of getting your teeth knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Go get you a mouthpiece if you care to that. You know what I'm saying? Diving in the stands, diving over everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Diving over the front row. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Man, get your ass on the floor. Block out, do whatever, be able to take, the great Bill Walters say, God rest his soul. He said, man, be a man. Step in there and take a charge every now and then. That's what he used to say. You know what I'm saying? Or throw it down, all that other stuff he used to say. But, again, swinging it back, spinning that block, again, coming back to Larry Bird. Look, I'm taking him all day. Respected Dennis Rodman. I do got him as a power forward, but Dennis Rodman is captain. Dennis Rodman knows that on any given day, he might not want to admit it. He would take Dennis Rodman. And listen, this is going to probably hurt some people feeling. As great as a defender that Dennis Rodman was, man, listen. Hey, Larry Bird used to give Dennis Rodman work sometime. Yes, he did. He used to give Dennis Rodman work. And I don't never really say that about very many people when it comes to who Dennis Rodman used to defend or whatever. But Dennis Rodman, yeah, he gave Larry Bird his fair share of problems and stuff like that. But Larry Bird, it didn't matter how fast Dennis was. It didn't matter how high he jumped. It didn't matter of any of that. And that is one of my main points why he would be able to be in this era. Everybody all jumping, out the gym. Everybody all fast, athletic. Man, Larry didn't care about none of that. Because if Jokic can go there with his slow ass, he'll be able to survive. If Embiid can get up in there with his slow ass, he could be able to survive. What you think Larry Bird would be able to do? Man, all the fakes and all them little pump fakes and stuff like that. And he wasn't just doing one or two pump fakes. Sometimes, man, did you see his footwork? Larry Bird he rarely traveled. A lot of people talk about all this footwork, Hakeem Olajuwon, Michael Jordan, the Kobe Bryants, you know what I'm saying? Some of the people that had incredible footwork, stuff like that or whatever. Larry Bird had incredible footwork. You know what I'm saying? Larry Bird remembers with Dennis Rodman said about him. Yeah, man, and it was capping back then. Man, listen, bro. Listen, it's how he felt. You know what I'm saying? It's how he felt. And plus, it was a heated rivalry and everything. But Larry Bird was a bad boy. He was a bad boy. You said Larry Bird would make KD cry. Yeah, and who do you think KD followed? Who do you think KD studied? Who do you think Kevin Durant studied? He studied Larry Bird. You know why? Similar body type. You know what I'm saying? KD is a little bit more athletic and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about body type in terms of, how skinny KD is. I'm talking about in terms of height. You got to think about it. Everybody thinks like Larry Bird is like 6'7" or 6'8". No, we're talking about a guy that's a damn near 7-footer. That's why it would be impossible for you to guard it. Can you imagine a guy like Anthony Edwards trying to guard a Larry Bird? He'll have a field day with Anthony Edwards. He'll have a field day. Shit. If Rudy Gobert think that he had trouble with goddamn Luka Doncic, who could barely, run to save his life and everything, what you think Larry Bird would do? Man, name your top defender. Man, don't even think about bringing up LeBron. You think LeBron, he can't even guard goddamn not Ben Gordon, Aaron Gordon or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Man, we'll backdoor you all day, you know what I'm saying? Don't matter how much athleticism you jumping out the gym and all this other stuff. Larry Bird didn't care about none of that, man. So yeah, give me Larry all day. You know what I'm saying? Especially at the end of the game. You ain't gonna talk about this. No, just give it to Larry so he can make the right basketball play. Just go ahead and pass it. No, he's gonna say, man, give me the ball, get the hell out of the way. And he literally has said that. Get the hell out of the way. I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Just give me the damn ball and let me operate. Nigga, put Larry Bird on the island with any of these defenders by themselves. Man, can you imagine him up against a Patrick Beverly? Man, he'll have him jumping up like popcorn. You know what I'm saying? Doing everything. Had that motherfucker dancing. You know what I'm saying? Doing all types of moves. And it didn't matter how physical you were. Actually, guys back then, they appreciated physicality. I know I do. I love when the guy, is real physical, wants to hurt you, wants to do all that stuff to you, you know what I'm saying, grabbing you and stuff like that, because when you score on them, man, you know what I'm saying, it makes them even more frustrated. And it's so frustrated to the point that even when it doesn't get to you, it makes them even more mad. So you're actually taking the defender out of their game or whatever. That's why Michael Jordan didn't mind the physicality. That's why Kobe Bryant, he even said that, there was a time being when Kobe said that this era was soft or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He said he used to smash mouth basketball. They talk about smash mouth football. They all talk about smash mouth smash mouth basketball. You said Bird made Dr. J mad and Kareem, and they never fought. Yeah, yeah. And you know what? Listen, we had we had our battles with Boston. You know what I'm saying? I can't forget about Philly too. You know what I'm saying? How can we forget about Andrew Toney, the Boston Strangler, stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? But we talking about Larry Bird. We talk about what Larry Bird used to do, all the damage he used to do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talks about, 3-point. Yeah, he could knock the 3-point down. You know what I'm saying? If he was shooting them at the rate that Steph Curry was, I guarantee you he'd be dynamic. He'd be one of the ones that Steph Curry would have been chasing, you know what I'm saying, as far as 3-pointers, like a Reggie Miller or like a Ray Allen, who I'm finna talk about in just a second. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I'm taking Larry Bird all day long, because that's all you're gonna hear. Jakob all day long. Nylon all day long. Nylon. You said Bird 40 points, left-handed. Man, left-handed. He was ambidextrous. He could dribble with the left hand. He could pass with the left hand. Shoot, man. Larry Bird, man, would dominate the league with his left hand. That's how lethal he was. You know what I'm saying? He don't even need to have no athleticism. Hell, Jokic up in here getting MVPs without athleticism. Getting, 2, 3 MVPs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? With no athleticism, man, don't matter. Man, if Giannis guarding him, hey, I love Giannis. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy and everything like that. But we gotta we gotta understand, man. Larry was a bad boy, and he went against top defenses. I mean, you gotta think about it. Michael Jordan, athletic guy, used to guard him. Clyde Drexler, athletic guy, used to guard him. You know what I'm saying? Byron, Michael Cooper said that Larry used to give him hell, and that's my favorite Laker of all time. Yeah, don't trip. Yeah, Michael Cooper is my favorite Laker of all time. I got a favorite guy from pretty much the majority of the teams on here. You know what I'm saying? And I get in that in a whole nother conversation. But yeah, Larry, Michael Cooper said that he would often, Larry Bird would give him problems, and then Larry Bird also said the same thing that Michael Cooper gave him problems too, in the same sense or whatever. It's kind of like what Joe Dumars gave problems to Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? You said Bird would destroy Harden. Man, he would absolutely annihilate Harden. Man, Harden ain't got shit on him. Now, if Harden played somewhat defense that he did when he was in OKC, when he was at Arizona State 08, then maybe I would give Harden that chance. But Harden now, no, he ain't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? All this best point guard, all this other stuff. Larry didn't have time for all that dribble. Nah, the ball moved. Really, honestly, back then, if you were doing shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Actually, coaches really frown upon that. Listen, you only needed to you had to make 2 or 3 dribbles and then make your move or whatever. You know what I'm saying? All this dribbling 1,000 times and all this other stuff, man, go ahead and get to the point. He dribble, and then sometimes, man, he dribbled the air out the ball or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, he missed the shot, and then guess what? You done killed the possession. You know what I'm saying? So why would you want to play with a motherfucker like that? But with Larry Bird, you're going to get the ball whether you're in the post. You're going to get the ball whether you're a small forward. You're going to get the ball, they're going to kick it back to DJ as a point guard. You're going to get the ball if you're a shooting guard. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Larry going to do it all. Then on top of that, man, you talk about Larry being a rebounder. Let's talk about that too. Man, he could get in there and bang with you. Larry didn't mind. Yeah, you thought Larry was soft? No, sir. You seen the pictures, him battling with Magic Johnson, him battling in there, you know what I'm saying, with Kurt Rambis, him battling up in there with goddamn James Worthy, him battling up in there, you know what I'm saying, with Lambeer and Mahorn and Blue Edwards, Buddha Edwards, not Blue Edwards. Blue Edwards played for the Milwaukee Bucks. I got them mixed up. But anyway, it don't matter, man. You know, he was going to bang with you. Larry could shoot with you. Pretty much, if you wanted to do anything, Larry Bird was going to do it. If you wanted to play the shooting game, hey, he could play the shooting game. If you wanted to play, all the finesse game, hey, he could play that too. If you wanted to get physical and tough it out, he could do that too. If you want to go ahead and, be, a playmaker, a facilitator, Larry could do that too. You know what I'm saying? Larry could do pretty much everything with the exception of him locking down a defender. That's the only thing, I would say, miss or flaw of Larry Bird. But even that, you know what I'm saying, that wasn't bad because, he made up for it by him being a good help defender and a good team defender. Shoot, that's not going to knock him off because if we're going to go by all that, you know what I'm saying, LeBron ain't no elite defender. You know what I'm saying? I always use that. I always use LeBron, not to keep bringing him up because at the small forward position, everybody got LeBron starting or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I got Larry Bird starting. I got Larry Bird starting all day long. That's what you're going to hear. Nylon all day long. You know what I'm saying? You can love it or hate it. Larry, Dennis Rodman, you capping. You capping. You said LeBron stands on defense. Yeah, you're calling on defense. He might have moved back in the day somewhat or whatever. He had a few seasons where he was, decent in terms of, his defense and stuff like that. I remember one Olympics, LeBron did somewhat, step it up on defense and because he had to or whatever. And then in Miami, those are only three periods that I could think. And when he came back, what I'm saying, that year when they, I think 2016 or whatever. But other than that, man, what's it called? LeBron wasn't an elite defender or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, he had to learn from Shane Battier how to read defenses or whatever. So we can't get up here and be saying, oh, yeah, well, LeBron was so much better than Larry Bird and all this other stuff in defense and stuff like that. Man, that's not true, man. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, you got to think about it like this, too. You not being able to touch in today's game either, man, you give him any type of space, it is all day. Larry could hit the fadeaway. Larry could hit the turnaround. Larry could, up and under, make you miss. Make you have you running into each other, and he ain't even got no lightning fast speed. You said Gilbert Arenas is better. He said Gilbert Arenas, man. Shout out to Gil, man, but he definitely was captain in terms of him talking about. There wasn't nobody that was athletic back in Michael's day and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But swinging the bat, spinning the block again. Listen, Larry all day. If you think that that Larry wouldn't come in today's game and actually give guys work, matter of fact, the reason why he would be able to play in today's game, being that is softer and stuff, guess what? Being that you can't touch as many guys and guys' careers are lasting longer, can you imagine a healthier Larry Bird for I would say an additional 6-7 seasons? Man, he would, everything would have went up in terms of his scoring, his overall points that he scored for his career, him being able to, as much as they shoot 3-pointers and everything, and you not being able to hand check and stuff like that, Larry Bird would absolutely annihilate. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, everybody think that they a guard. The center think he a guard. The power forward think he a guard. The small forward, what do you call it? Positionless basketball. That's what Larry Bird, he brought to the table. Larry Bird could play Larry Bird could play all 5 positions. Larry Bird was tall enough to play the center. You know what I'm saying? He didn't mind getting in there banging with you. He averaged 10 rebounds, okay? You know what I'm saying? Only not, you know what I'm saying? He probably struggled, getting blocks and all that other stuff or whatever. He could play the power forward, you know what I'm saying? That was once his natural position because he could get the rebounds, you know what I'm saying? He could also, they don't talk about this, but guess what? He they won't say it now, but he actually was looked at as a guy back then as like a stretch 4 before what we became to known as or whatever. But it was just starting to get familiar for what that is or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he could step out, hit the J, he could drive on you, do whatever. He could also handle the rock, take you coast to coast, do whatever. Power forward. Of course, he played the small forward. Nothing left to say about that. He could get out there. He played the shooting guard. You leave him open, guess what? Jakob. You know what I'm saying? Mid-range, Jakob. Move without the ball, Jakob. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? He was going to snipe it no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Run off the pick, Jakob. You know what I'm saying? You want to chase him around, Jakob. You know what I'm saying? You think, oh, yeah. Oh, you going to bite on the fake? Guess what? Larry going to get there with his slow-ass bam. Up. Already there, getting ready to get down the court. And on top of that, he can play point guard. Yes, I said he, goddammit. Yes, he can play point guard. If Jokic is up in there handling the rock, doing all that other stuff, able to get assists, stuff like that, guess what? Larry Bird going to be able to do it too. Man, Larry Bird can handle the rock at 6'10", 6'11", you know what I'm saying? Be able to find you, you know what I'm saying? Throw no-look passes, sometimes getting 10, 11, 12 assists or whatever, getting triple-doubles, all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like, we got to stop it. Stop it with all this stuff thinking that Larry Bird would not be able to survive in this game and not be able to take over this game, because you and I both know that he would. Now, let's go ahead and get to Ray Allen. I'm going to talk about Ray Allen for a second. Listen, I like Stacks, Steven Jackson and everything, but Steven Jackson, you definitely capping, man. Listen, Ray Allen, I want people to understand that Ray Allen, when he initially came in, Ray Allen was a guy that could slash and get to the rack. Like the Ray Allen that you see Jesus Shuttlesworth on He Got Game. That's the Ray Allen that's how Ray Allen really used to play. You know what I'm saying? He would go in, he could shoot the ball and everything like that, but Ray Allen could go in, he could go to the cup, he would bang on you, he could hit the mid range, you know what I'm saying? He had a little step back or whatever. Wasn't that great, you know what I'm saying, on defense or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But he put in the effort or whatever. You said Bird was a loner off the court. No matter. Hey, he might have been a loner off the court, but guess what? Guess what? Guess what? He was a legend on the court. You know what I'm saying? Or you could be a loner all day. You know what I'm saying? Drink your beer, smoke your weed, smoke your cigar. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it didn't matter. Hey, they said the same thing about Kobe. You know, he was a introvert or whatever. So. Don't matter what you do on the court. You could be alone all day. Hell, you could be homeless. Shit, what's his name? Tim Duncan used to sit at the airport. You know what I'm saying, on the floor. You know what I'm saying, in a fetal position and stuff. Sometimes look it up. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. You know what I'm saying, man. What matters is what you gonna do in a goddamn hardwood. That's why all these people talk about. Oh man, Ray Allen was trash. All this other stuff. Man, listen. No, he won't. You wasn't busting Ray Allen ass. I mean, you had a couple good games against him and everything like that, but you know, Ray Allen was known for saving LeBron ass in the Miami, with the Miami Heat or whatever. Ray Allen was known for being, you know, that guy that took it to another level when he was in Milwaukee. He was known for doing the same thing with the Seattle Supersonics. He was known for doing the same thing when he got to the Boston Celtics. Go look it up, man. It was some games, you know what I'm saying, Ray Allen, man, was responsible for that 2008 championship. That's why, you know, KG, man, that's my boy and everything, man. But that's why he was being petty when Ray Allen left, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, Rondo was being petty too, you know what I'm saying? But they know because they wanted Ray Allen there. They knew how vital he was to the team. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ray Allen was that guy, man. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, you know, Stacks, they never said this about you. They never said, oh yeah, Stacks had got the best jumper in the league. You know who they used to say that about? They said that about Ray Allen. Yeah, Ainge, but we knew he was gonna be an asshole. That's why, you know, he over there in Utah. You don't hear shit about him no more. Don't nobody care about no Danny Ainge. You know what I'm saying? He was over there riding the coattail of who? Larry Bird. You know what I'm saying? He rode the coattail of who? Larry Bird. Okay. He rode the coattail of him. He rode the coattail of Larry Bird. He rode the coattail. Goddamn, Kevin McHale. He rode the coattail of Robert Parrish. He rode the coattail of the great DJ, God rest his soul, aka Red. Yeah, yeah, that part. So that's what I'm saying, man. You know what I'm saying? Ray Allen, man, he'll come in, man, he'll do damage. You up in here talking about, oh yeah, man, I used to give Ray Allen work, all this other stuff. Yeah, you might have Larry Bird, yeah, all day, man. I'm taking Larry Bird all day. You know what I'm saying? All y'all motherfuckers, y'all sit up here and y'all say, "Oh yeah, man, he was trash." All this other stuff, man. Larry walk into the gym, damn near 7 foot. You know what I'm saying? And being able to hit a jumper, shit, hitting nothing but nylon. You talking about you wouldn't get him, man? Get the hell up out my face with that. Get the hell up out my face. Clown just be talking on the internet. Dennis Rodman just be talking. He just be running his mouth. He got bias. He know if Larry Bird was to come up in there and he had to pick him up, he'll pick up Larry Bird. I'll pick up Larry Bird. Your mama would pick up Larry Bird. Your daddy will pick up Larry Bird. Your auntie will pick up Larry Bird. Your grandmama would pick up Larry Bird. Everybody would pick up Larry Bird. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and that guy, you know, that are black or whatever, they don't like to admit that shit, but they'll say Larry Bird is a bad boy. You know what I'm saying? I got a friend in the family. You know what I'm saying? He actually grew up in Indiana. You know what I'm saying? And he actually had the privilege of watching Larry Bird. You know what I'm saying? And he said Larry Bird is a bad boy. But spinning the block talking about Ray Allen, yeah, I'm taking Ray Allen. Ray Allen could dunk it on you. Ray Allen could finish off the soft off the glass. Y'all know Ray Allen, the bald-headed Ray Allen that was running around, running off picks and all that other stuff. he kind of changed the game a little bit. What's up with the Cottage? I see you in the building, man. Make sure y'all go sub the Cottage. You know what I'm saying? We up in here talking about Larry Bird. We up in here talking about Ray Allen. We talking about both of them. We talking about shooters, two of the greatest shooters to ever do it. You know what I'm saying? Talking about that boy Ray Allen, man, being able to pull up. You know what I'm saying? They ain't never say that about Stacks. Talking about, oh yeah, you got the best jumper in the league. They said that about Ray Allen. You know what I'm saying? They said that about Ray Allen. You know. And y'all just know Ray Allen as a shooter and running off the picks and stuff like that. No, go look at Milwaukee Ray Allen. Go look at UConn Ray Allen. Go look at Seattle Ray Allen. Now Seattle Ray Allen, he started transitioning the game and all that other stuff or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? You go look at a Milwaukee Ray Allen, you know what I'm saying? He was coming in two-handed. You know what I'm saying? Look at them Big East battles that him and AI used to have. You know what I'm saying? Because coming out of college, it was Ray Allen, Stephon Marbury, and AI. You know what I'm saying? A couple other guys or whatever, but those were the three guys that guys will focus on because they can't. Well, Ray Allen and AI, they came from the Big East, and Stephon Marbury and AI, they were rivaled as being the best point guards coming out back then. You got to remember, AI was playing point guard with Georgetown. He wasn't playing shooting guard. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it would dunk on you in a heartbeat. I remember Ray Allen won the title in Boston back in 2008. Also won the title with the Miami Heat. Some people say that it saved LeBron's legacy. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna talk about that. But what I am gonna say, yes, I got Larry Bird all day long. Got him at the start, and it ain't changing. Just like Hakeem Olajuwon ain't changing, just like Isaiah Thomas ain't changing, just like MJ ain't changing, and just like Dennis Rodman ain't changing, even though he was capping. You know what I'm saying? Because Dennis Rodman was capping, talking about Larry Bird could not survive in today's game. He would absolutely murder today's game. He would absolutely murder today's game. You know what I'm saying? Y'all all talk about all these triple doubles and stuff like that. Larry Bird would probably get a goddamn quadruple double. You know what I'm saying? With everything that you, man, listen, man, all he need is 10 points. Guess what, man? He'll get that in a matter of minutes, how soft it is. You know what I'm saying? All he need is 10 rebounds. He'll get that in a matter of minutes without how soft it is. All he need is 10 assists. As much as they shoot, guess what? Larry got you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you going to the club? Larry got you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I can't even see you. Guess what? I still got you. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter, man. You know what I'm saying? Larry Bird could do it all, man. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, if you need to get physical, you need to get finesse, you need to do it all. Hey, didn't matter. It benefited him in the playoffs because guess what? He was always playing playoff basketball. And on top of that, another thing is that y'all don't look at too. Y'all always talk about the work ethic of Kobe Bryant. Y'all always talk about the work ethic of Michael Jordan. Y'all always talk about the work ethic of all these other players. Hey, don't forget, Larry Bird had work ethic too. Larry Bird would be up in there running, before the game, running the whole Boston Garden, getting all these, his work in with a full sweat. The great Bill Walters said his shirt would be wet by the time, it was time to play. Bird would absolutely destroy Luka. You know what I'm saying? And I like Luka or whatever. But you didn't see Bird getting a whole bunch of turnovers. He was very smart with the ball. He was smart with the ball. You didn't see Larry Bird committing stupid turnovers and stuff like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Now, did he make his mistakes and all that other stuff? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he certainly ain't going to get no 6-8 turnovers in a crucial game. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, at least he's going to try to make an effort. Luka is just starting now to make an effort. You know what I'm saying? He's just starting now to make an effort. You didn't have to tell Larry Bird to make no effort. Yeah, we knew he was slow. We knew he was unathletic. We knew he couldn't move that fast on defense, but at least he tried. He came in trying. You notice Bird never mentioned LeBron James? No, of course. Well, he did say that LeBron James. No, he does. He does mention LeBron James. Now, that right there, I got to disagree with you, Ted. He actually defended LeBron James. He said, let's stop disrespecting LeBron James. So I got to disagree with you on that. But he does mention LeBron James. But Larry Bird, man, he really doesn't care. He doesn't care about none of that stuff, who's the greatest player and all this other stuff. But he wants you to put respect on all these players' names. Larry Bird was a humble guy off the court or whatever, but he was a killer on the court or whatever. Not supposed to be nice to nobody. You think he was going to be nice to the Pistons? You think he was going to be nice to the Lakers? You think he was going to be nice to the Bulls? You think he was going to be nice to the Sixers? You think he was going to be nice to, Dominique Wilkins? You think he was going to be nice to Michael Jordan? You think he was going to be nice to Isaiah? You think he was going to be nice to Magic? You think he was going to be nice to Kareem? You think he was going to be nice to Worthy? You think he was going to be nice to Dr. J? Hell no! He ain't gonna be nice to none of them motherfuckers. He don't care about none of them. You know what I'm saying? All they do is want to go in there, go on the parquet floor, want to bust your ass and go home and drink about a 6-pack, 12-pack of beer. You know what I'm saying? Larry Bird drink a lot too. But listen, all these motherfuckers talk about, oh man, oh my back, my neck, all this other shit, man. Larry Bird didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Drink a 12 pack of beer, 30 pack, it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? He gonna come out there smelling like a little alcohol, a little bit of headache. You know what I'm saying? Smoke a little weed, all that other stuff. You said, but he disrespected him as players. Well, he had to disrespect him as players. Shit, hey, if you were playing against me, Ted, I'm gonna disrespect you all day. You know what I'm saying? Now I ain't gonna talk about your mama and all that other stuff, but on the court, I don't like you. I don't want you standing next to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you near me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to shake your hand. I don't want all this kumbaya, my lord, man, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? What I want to do is I want to see you in disgust and be mad, and I want to see you angry at the fact that, you know, we won and we're singing nah 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 hey 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 goodbye. That's what I want to see. I want it to hurt at night. I want you to have nightmares about this shit. I want you to be like, man, I cannot stand straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, the way that he beat me so bad, and I can't wait to get my get back. And I want you to be ready just as hard. I want your defense to be just as hard as it was the previous year. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, you know, shake your hand. I want you. Matter of fact, I want you to be like, you know what? Hey, what's going on? Man, fuck you. Let's play. That's the mentality that you're supposed to have. Not all this. Hey, how you doing? Hello, how you doing? You Jim? And all this. No, none of that shit. Fuck all that. All this, hey man, show love and anything like that. No, I don't want no hugs. I don't want none of that shit. We can do all that shit. No, I want to bust your ass for what you did last season. He said Bird's first practice, he turned head. Yeah, he turned head. Matter of fact, he once played 2-on-1 with Brian Shaw and another player. I forget who it was. Brian Shaw was talking about it. Shout out to B. Shaw. He knows my family out of Oaktown. But that's a whole different story. Shout out to Brian Shaw or whatever. But the thing about it is Brian Shaw, you got to forget Brian Shaw did start off with the Celtics. And this was the older Larry Bird. And Brian Shaw played Larry Bird 2-on-1. And he was absolutely killing Brian Shaw and another player. JMJ, I see you in the building. North Carolina! Take your shirt off. Swinging like a helicopter. Salute to Fayetteville. Salute to Winston-Salem. Salute to Asheboro. Salute to Greensboro. Salute to Raleigh-Durham. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all of North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Salute to them players that come out of there. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Big Brother. Salute to the baby. Salute to J. Cole. Know you lost the battle and everything. You still my nigga and everything. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody, the greats that come out of North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan, even though he wasn't born there. You know what I'm saying? All of North Carolina. Salute to that Bojangles chicken. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? JMJ know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 2 versus 1. Hey man, I remember one time there was a couple guys that did us like that, man. They would play 2-on-1, and it would be like a guy. I remember one guy, man, we were playing again. He was like 6'7". At that time, I was in junior high or whatever, and we thought that we could beat this dude. This dude was in the military, Ted, and he came out in his BDUs, and you know, in his fatigue pants and some boots. Man, straight up whooped our ass. I'm talking about in boots, Ted. And we played him in 2-on-1. And you know, he had the army shirt, you know, on and everything. You know what I'm saying? Looking like, you know, he just got off of work. He was like, man, he said, man, y'all motherfuckers can't hoop. And like, man, whatever, man. He like, he said, check up. Because as soon as you know, JMJ know what I'm talking about. Ted know what I'm talking about. Back in those days, man, if you said, if a guy talked shit and he called you out and he'd be like, man, you can't hoop. He'd be like, nigga, whatever, man. The first thing he gonna say, check the ball up then. And if you be like, oh, no, I'm just shooting right now, then he gonna be like, he gonna say something to get up under your skin. He be like, yeah, I knew you was a bitch anyways. You know what I'm saying? Or he'll talk about your mom. He's like, yeah, that's why I'm getting ready to go give the dick to your moms or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You be like, what? You know, that shit'll make your ass play. Or you be like, nigga, man, your ass ain't gonna do shit anyways, man, with that old, you know, fucked up ass jumper that you got or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Or he'll start talking about your tennis shoes, or he'll start talking about the pimples on your face or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then that's gonna make your ass really want to play or some shit like that. They don't do it in this era. Like right now, you say some shit like that, they be ready to, you know what I'm saying, try to catch a body or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, or some shit like that. Now, you know, man, they get so sensitive. You can't even touch a motherfucker now on the street now. They be ready to gun your ass down and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, back then, you know what I'm saying, it was like, oh, you know, hey, nice play or something like that. Or if you knock somebody to the floor or whatever, they'd be like, man, come on, man. They'll probably give you a hand and everything. But like, man, get your soft ass up or something like that, and they'll get you up, they'll pat you on your butt or whatever, and then keep on going or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Now, they knock you up, they're ready to fight and all that other stuff, you know what I'm saying? But back then, you had to be ready to check the ball up, you know what I'm saying? That's what it was about. But yeah, I'm taking Larry all day. Larry is one of a kind. Larry is gonna pull up from 30. Larry is gonna pull up from the midi. Larry is gonna take it in. As far as Ray Allen is concerned, not Larry. Ray Allen is going to. Later on in his career, was known for being a sniper, but earlier in his career, he was a slasher. You said so D I Polo. You said Larry Dream like JJ Reddick, yeah, minus the racism. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, don't even put them in the same sentence. Yeah, man. JJ Reddick only wish he had some of what Larry Bird had. First off, he don't have the height. Second off, you know, JJ Reddick can't put the ball on the floor. Third off, he doesn't have the mentality that Larry had. Fourth off, he can't pass like Larry Bird. Fifth off, he wasn't the scorer that Larry Bird was. Sixth off, he wasn't versatile like he was. Seventh off, he doesn't have the clutch gene like Larry Bird had. And eighth off, man, I could go 100 reasons or whatever. The only other reason that you probably would try to put him in the same category is that he white. And even then, some people call Larry Bird ashy because they had to call him an inverse Oreo. He was white on the outside but black on the inside. You say you'll take Larry Bird over Ray Allen? Oh hell no. Oh, well, okay, yeah. I'll take Larry Bird over Ray Allen. I would, you know. But I mean, the thing about it is there's there's nobody that I would take over Larry Bird. Not at the small forward position. Not at the small forward position. You can come over here. You can try to come with Scottie Pippen. You can try to come with Dominique Wilkins. You can try to come with Grant Hill. You can try to come with LeBron James. Any of them? Nah. I'm taking Larry all day. I'm taking Larry all day long. All day long. If you say who you taking, Giannis or Larry, I'm taking Larry. And I love Giannis, but I'm taking Larry all day. Larry, I'm gonna say this, and then I gotta go ahead and go, y'all. I'm gonna say this, okay? There were some times when Larry would start off a little slow in the game, but he would heat up. I'll take him even over Paul Pierce. But what the thing that separated Larry was at the end of the game. That's when the game gets really tight. That's what separates the boys from the men. And Larry, in crunch time, last 2 minutes of the game, Larry was vicious. And in the NBA, man, like when you talk about Michael Jordan, when you talk about Larry Bird, that's why they mention them all the time. You know why? Because they knew how to close a game. You said, I remember at the part they used to foul. I didn't foul you back and forth. They say shoot it from the key, make it. I told you that time. Yeah, man. They wasn't. I knew a dude. Man, he was. He was actually a street gangster, but he ended up losing his life. Unfortunately, the cops killed him. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he had got out of prison, everybody was scared of this dude. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was scared of him. And he was a big dude, you know what I'm saying? Like if you he kinda if I could compare it to anybody, he kinda looked like tiny Zeus Lister. He kinda looked like uh, you know, Debo. You know what I'm saying? But of course, his body was a little bit more even. You know what I'm saying? He was about a little bit taller than. Well, no, he about the same, about 6'4", 6'5", somewhere around there. But real rocked up and everything. You know what I'm saying? And he never. He's like somebody would foul him or whatever, but he was so big. Within one hit, he gonna lay your motherfucking ass out. But everybody thought that he was gonna be vicious if you fouled him or something like that. Like even one dude, he flinched because he thought he was gonna hit him. He was like, "Nah, man, that's all right, man." You know, but he wasn't gonna do time for no silly shit or no shit like that. And so guys would, you know, hey, you want the ball? Nah, we fouled it. You're like, look, I don't want it because it was like he enjoyed the physicality of the game. So he wasn't gonna call no foul. Man, it would be dudes swiping at his head because he was a big dude. He was all about getting the rebounds and putting it back in, and sometimes he'll dunk it and all this other stuff. They would be grabbing on him and everything, and he'll just politely just give you the ball or whatever because he knew that he could take you, body slam you, and end your life. Yeah, he was like, you know, like Debo, you know what I'm saying? But nah, he was big, man, you know what I'm saying? But he would never call foul. He would never call foul. Yep, Larry Legend. You know what I'm saying? Just like Chad said he was a loner. I said he was a legend. Man, shoot, man. Out of LeBron and Larry, give me Larry. Larry Bird. What he used to say, fly, bird, fly. Yeah. I'm taking Larry Bird all day, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, sometimes I take Larry Bird just to piss a lot of LeBron fans off. You know what I'm saying? Just to piss them off, man. You know what I'm saying? Just to make them mad, get under their skin. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying, man? But he beat him as a player. Michael Jordan could never beat him as a player though. That's the one person that Michael Jordan never beat. He never beat Larry Bird. Go look it up. Might have beat him in the regular season and all that other stuff, you know what I'm saying? But when it came to the play, he never beat Larry Bird. He ain't never beat Larry Bird. He ain't never beat him. He ain't never beat him. He never beat him. Now, if you talk about like end of his prime, all that other stuff, you know what I'm saying? If they met up here, well, yeah. But nah, he ain't never beat him. He beat Isaiah. He beat Magic. But he could not fuck Larry though. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't beat Larry. And y'all could try to research it and do all this other, you know, analytics and all this other stuff. Couldn't beat him. Isaiah was the only one that beat all three. You know what I'm saying? Isaiah beat Magic. Isaiah beat Jordan. Isaiah beat Larry. You know what I'm saying? He beat Kareem too. You know what I'm saying? Beat them all. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you gotta hold Larry. You know, I hold Larry to a high standard. You know what I'm saying? Like what you said. Also, the Celtics would not have won the chips had it not been for Larry. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? They had a good a good squad, man. You said Curry with Cook Bird. I mean, yeah, but Larry would do the same thing to Curry. I mean, but I like to be realistic. We know damn well that Curry is not going to guard Larry Bird, and Larry Bird is not going to guard Curry. You know what I'm saying? Would he try? Yeah, but um, like I said, Larry Bird is not a defender. Now, a better like I would say like if we're gonna talk about Curry, then you got to put somebody around his height who he would actually play against, either at the shooting guard position or at the point guard position. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that can actually defend Curry or whatever, or at least try to keep up with Curry. You said Gary Payton. Gary Payton would give Stephen Curry problems. He would. John Stockton would too, but Curry would still be able to get his shot off. And see, that's the thing. You thinking that you know your physicality is gonna mess with Curry? Nah, Curry was still cooked. He was still cooked. That's the thing. Y'all think Curry all he does is shoot 3-pointers and stuff like that? Nah. Curry could shoot the mid range. Curry could go inside. When Curry goes inside, y'all so amazed. Curry could get up there and dunk. Now, was he all high flying like Anthony Edwards and LeBron James and all that other stuff? No. But what would Curry do with Larry Bird on the defensive end? Lights out. Lights out all day. You talking about 6'2", 6'3" versus 6'10", 6'11". You think Rodman did hustle stats because of Bird hustling too? Hustle stats? What you mean hustle stats, JMJ? I'm trying to understand what you were saying. What you mean, JMJ? JMJ, what you mean, man? I'm trying to understand what you mean. And Mr. Lightbearer averaged 24 points. Yeah, he did. Did Rodman learn from Bird's hustle? Um, mm, nah, because Dennis Rodman already had that mentality. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to figure out how he could stay there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't think he picked that up from Bird, but I mean, a lot of guys appreciated what Larry Bird did. As far as hustling, guys like Dennis Rodman and Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson. Even Magic Johnson was willing to dive on the floor and hustle and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You had to back then. It's just like a lot of guys didn't want to sacrifice their body because I guess they saw like, okay, me diving on the floor, um, that was gonna make me like a Kurt Rambis or something like that. But yeah, man, let me go ahead and get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up. Make sure y'all like the video, share it, subscribe, hit them notifications too. Straight to the point. Shouts out to the whole entire LDBC. Yeah, I'm gonna check in with y'all later. Okay, I'm gonna check in with y'all later. Okay, LDBC. I'll get at y'all later.